Welcome back to my Pokemon+Nobunaga's Ambition Let's Play. I'm your host, DeoGenZ, and I'm supercharged because I just had a delicious bakery fresh brownie. Oh, I love that stuff. That was so delicious. After fighting the Steel Nation, I was famished. So I went and got myself a brownie, and it was beautiful. Sort of like Oichi, except not as deliciously chocolatey. So we have to face today the Ice Nation, the Lapras guy, of which his name is Mitsuhaide. Mitsuhaide? Yeah, Mitsuhaide. Again, sorry if my pronunciations are kind of shoddy. Again, not from Japan. I wish I was. So, this whole entire arena, what else would we be fighting on if this is an Ice Nation, but an ice skating rink? Here's the cool thing about ice types that you may not have known up until this point because we didn't really get to see it. They can walk across the ice. Haha, but you say what happens to those who are not ice types, Dio? Well, let's see. You slide, and it's just like the ice path back in Pokemon Crystal. So instead of, however, being able to turn on a dime like we did in Crystal, we have to wait each turn to then progress any further. So this battle is going to be all about seeing how you and your Pokemon go down the slope, so to speak. Because no, it's not a slope, it's ice skating for sure. Oh, we do have one ice type. Forgot Celio. But it is a chute. That chute of which... it's funny, hops right in the water. That chute of which sends your Pokemon forward. Now, his Pokemon all can move as they wish. Him and his team, I should say, not just his. The only... yeah, no, there is not only... there is no only anything. The only non-ice types, I should say, are Musharna and Muna, but they float, so they're fine. So floating Pokemon are not affected by the ice either. If we still had that Carnivine with us, we'd be cool. But such is not the kind of battle we have going on. Personally, I wanted to bring, when it came to fighting Nobunaga, which we're actually doing next, guys. I can't believe that we have come this far so fast. Okay, maybe not so fast, but that we've come this far. It feels fast to me, personally. But I want to have all evolved stage Pokemon, not just Carnivine. I feel like there's a limit to how powerful those types can be. You know, non-evolving type of Pokemon. I think that's a specific type. It's so funny when you're trying to explain Pokemon to somebody, especially who's never ever really played it before. Because you say something like type. This is a fire type or water type, but it's also a great sweeper type of Pokemon. Or, you know, you can sometimes, if you're not careful, mix your meaning. If anything I ever say is unclear, that's why we have a comment section. Do please comment below. And if you don't have a question, just drop by and say hi. Let me know that you're enjoying these shows, because that's what really keeps me going. That is the lifeblood of this system. Yep, if I did not get any partnership, if there was never any partnership available, I would still do this. Still would. Gonna trace back my origins a little here if you wouldn't mind, but I got into LPing when I think I was thinking about LPing before I did it for years before. I saw one complete run. It was just one video, which was really awesome. I have no idea at the time how that guy did that. He was probably like Matt's channel in some way. But he posted a one run of the entire Metroid Prime game, and that was awesome. He did not even put, or she did not even put, I don't even know if it was a he, it could have been a she, did not even put any vocals on it. No commentary, no text, no audio, nothing. Just pure gameplay. But for me, that was perfect. Because what I saw this as being was a future where I can have any game I choose on any device I want. At the time, I guess iPads, iPods, all that kind of stuff was really just starting to tip the market, but not really. And there were other things like, well, when was... I don't know my timeline here as far as iPods go, because I never had one, but it was around Zune era. I remember that, because I did have a Zune. And I thought, well, if I could download this, which I did, and then bring it with me everywhere, well, I could be in the mood to see this kind of gameplay and experience it anytime. And that was a mystical notion to me, and I didn't even think for a second that I would be doing something similar. I thought that one day, it'd be great. It'd be great to capture some, gameplay of other games that I haven't seen, but I didn't really think I was the one to do it. I thought I was just going to be a viewer and see the process. And when it comes to LPs, probably thinking it really was probably Goldsman's idea. Matt Goldsman from GamersCast. If you guys don't know, we are great compadres, and over the summer we'll probably be doing some co-commentary works together. But we both had our own respective gaming podcasts. He had GamersCast, which was all of the gaming world, Xbox, PS3, and Wii. So not all the gaming world, just the three main consoles, really. And I was Nintendo Radio with Ryan Church. And when Nintendo Radio disbanded, I was kind of at a loss with this. YouTube didn't know what to do, and he was suggesting Let's Plays. And I think that was around the time when he was doing his Fallout thing. And, simultaneously keeping up with YouTube and keeping up with that interest of wanting to watch any game, anywhere, anytime. I watched a lot of popular LPers like Maryland, who thankfully has just come back onto YouTube. I'm so happy about that. But I have something to say about that also. And Chugga Conroy and all these kinds of cats that really do a great job at both commentary and recording quality. They were some of the big inspirations. But I really think it was Matt Goldsman who kind of egged me on, I would say, to go forward with that idea of doing full-on LPs on this channel. But going back to Maryland, he was kicked off, and it's actually kind of an appropriate thing to transition into because my friend Matt had just gotten over an entire AdSense nearly debacle. Somebody had clicked too many times on his videos, and what happens when people click bomb the ads, it sets off an alarm to Google thinking that, oh, this is probably the developer themselves just trying to earn extra money by clicking it too much. So we're going to shut down the AdSense. And that would have meant that the partnership that he worked so hard for, he's got 10,000 subs, really. I recommend him highly. He's a good LPer. If you're interested, he does a lot of other games besides what I do here, so he's got good variety. But he has worked so studiously is really what I meant to say, towards getting partnership. And all of that was about to be yanked away from him. Thankfully, his network, like mine, is full screen, so they had his back on it. But a similar thing happened to Maryland. Maryland is a very popular Pokemon LPer. I don't have any personal affiliation with him like I do Matt. Me and Matt went to high school together. But I thought he was an awesome channel, and always the nicest guy. Always the nicest guy. I mean, maybe that's just what he puts on for videos, but I don't know. Personally, I don't lie in these videos. I just put myself out there because I'm not an actor. I don't know how to do anything else, really, so I guess you could say I'm limited in that way. But I can tell you what, you're getting the truth, and you're getting my story. And with Maryland, it was the same way. You know, Maryland, he was a nice guy, really someone you'd like to run into in person, just always full of life, full of energy during his LPs. And someone false flagged his videos. Someone said that it was not his content, said that it was copyrighted, and they ripped down his channel too. Unlike Matt, though, he didn't really care, and I don't know what his motives are. Again, I wish I had been, or was, or could be affiliated with Maryland in real life because he's a good guy. But he just walked away from it. He's like, fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you too, viewers, because it was the viewers. It had to be. Who else would go and claim his content? For what? For what malicious purpose would they do that? And it really aggravates me. This is a problem that YouTube, Google overall, needs to solve. And that is the auto detection system for when things go wrong. When it comes to the click bombs, like my friend Matt had to deal with, this should be a non-issue. It really should just be a matter of programming the application, programming the AdSense account, whatever it is that gives you this data that is telling you how many clicks there are, programming that so that when over 5 clicks are hit, when 5 clicks are clicked, it disables it immediately. And I'm talking 5 clicks from the same IP. Maybe you want to do 10 clicks. Maybe. I'll say 10 clicks because 5 clicks, you know, accidents happen. Could happen like that. But here's what happens if it trips that 5 or 10 click limit. It doesn't shut down the partner's AdSense account, because how did Matt have anything to do with that? He had no say in it all. He was just at the will of whoever decided to click too many times. And he talked to me again recently saying that there's other channels that are experiencing the same thing, so beware guys, there seems to be an asshole on the loose. But that's the thing, is anonymity destroys us in that way because they don't have any system in place. Let me finish what I'm saying though, I keep going on random tangents. But once that trips, they should ban that IP, you know, and they should not allow it to click anymore. You know, it could click, but it can't register. So the guy can think he's doing tons of damage. Oh, he's going to get this person, this LPer banned because he clicked too many ads. Well, no, it doesn't tell the person that they're being an asshole. It just silently disables that IP address so that they can't do it anymore. That's a simple solution that I have no understanding of why it does not exist. Google really needs to get on that in order to really get a better hold of their employee system. Right now, Google is a huge employer. And yeah, it's technically Fullscreen that employs us, but Google gives us the stand. Google gives us this platform to speak on, and it allows us to be seen and heard by thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers who have the same interests as us. While it's a great service, you know, if it's done in an unprofessional way, if it's done in a haphazard way like it kind of is with these notification systems and shutdowns of channels, then it's pointless, and you're going to lose some of the best people, because statistically I'm thinking there's probably a lot more trolls lurking in the dark than there are exquisite content providers. Now, I am no exquisite content provider by any stance. I am trying every day to bring more entertainment and be a beacon of entertainment for video games, and specifically Pokemon, any way I can. But if I got my channel shut down, I don't know what I'd do. I might take the route of Maryland. I very well might. It's a weird relationship because you know you don't hate all the viewers. You just hate that select some that messed up your channel. But at the same time, it's like, well, if these people are just going to stab me in the back for doing nothing but making fun content for people to enjoy on their free time, why the fuck should I waste my time, my hard-earned, you know, not hard-earned, but just very valuable and limited time, free time, to entertain these freaks, when I could be doing something more productive with my life and not being shut down by the invisible man? Now, in the terms of what Google could do for making sure that it doesn't disable partners based on copyrights. You know, see, that's such a harder topic to delve into, only because I don't really know all the entire copyright laws. I know the fair use law, and I know that if you're abrasive when you're talking to these people and you tell them your rights, you outright say what your rights are, and you say you have the right to upload this due to educational purposes, they really rarely tend to argue. But in the case of, you know, defending copyright, it's just so many blurry lines. But I don't think the first thing they should do is rip down your channel. That seems drastic. What they should do to prevent these channel takedowns, you know, let's work on prevention, why don't we, since there's such a blurry line with how copyrights are handled, is the qualifications of who's making this claim should be expressed, and they should have their full information taken. This way they're held accountable for what they've done. This way they can't go around to multiple big LP channels and say, copyright claim, copyright claim, copyright claim. Asshole, you've just destroyed how many channels? So they should be recording that. They should not just say from an anonymous tip system, you know, or flag as inappropriate thing that, you know, they are qualified to do so. I don't think so. This it happened with my cannabis correction blog. Someone flagged it, and what really annoyed me about it was that, you know, I disputed it. It stated an age restriction for no reason, but all it was talking about was the environment and how we could use hemp stalks to replenish the topsoil, and how dams on rivers and reservoirs are affecting the sand deposits at the ocean. That's really all the video was about, and that got flagged. Shit like that, you know, I really understand Maryland's position. Glad to see he's back on YouTube. I am overjoyed that he's here. I can't wait to start watching his videos again. Apparently he was making videos the whole time, and just uploading to somewhere else. And that's another consideration. If YouTube can't get their shit straight, if they can't get it under control to where they can't keep back the trolls from deciding what content goes and stays, then I'll go find my own path. I've got no problem with that. And yeah, I lose a whole lot of great people here. But you know my name is DeoGenZ, DeoGenZ, and we'll meet again in the Google search future. But I'm not departing, so don't get sad, don't get weepy. I'm not leaving, so long as things stay copacetic, but it's something to be aware of. There are nefarious ne'er-do-wells out there, and there need to be stricter stipulations in place.